And what would they do? How could they shield a satellite when it's already in orbit? They couldn't. They would have to put something else in, so you could only transmit from...
Are you referring to the Iranian
yeah, for
problem?
example.
In that case, the Iranians are trying to set up more or less a virtual satellite on a hill that is seen from the same direction as the satellite. So they are pointing a strong 10 gigahertz transmitter at their own country, more or less, and trying to jam that frequency band by that. If you really narrow down your reception channel by enhancing your antenna, by shielding, for example, by putting up some wire mesh shielding to the side of the antennas to prevent signals coming in from the side, you can prevent that jamming. That's covered in literature too. You can look it up at our place upstairs if you want to.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Oh. Let's get to the good stuff.
Okay.
What about the command and control channels?
Okay, the command channels. Well, that's a real hard thing. I'd say it is certainly possible to run a denial of service attack against satellites. That's no problem, really. You just need to find out the control frequency and send up bogus data for some time, and the satellite will go into single mode and won't listen to any control codes for a certain period of time. A certainly hard thing to accomplish would be sending your own control codes.
Yeah.
That's what we're all interested in, aren't we? Well, I haven't researched that topic, I have to say, but as far as I know, they use evolving codes, and it's not that easy to crack that stuff.
Okay.
How about the security?
Yes.
With commercial television satellites like Astra, how do they secure their uplink?
How does commercial satellites, broadcasting satellites, secure their uplink? Is that the question?
Yeah, and if you may perhaps point out the example of the Falun Gong hack.
What example?
I heard that people from Falun Gong were actually able to broadcast over satellites in Asia somewhere.
Yeah. It is, well, as I said, some satellite companies monitor their satellites closely, some not that closely, and that probably was a combination of running a denial of service attack against the satellite plus taking over a transponder. For example, they found an open transponder, or they just jammed or had a stronger signal than the normal signal on that transponder, and simultaneously jammed the control channel so that the satellite broadcaster could not, for example, turn off the transponder. That's a way to work with that. That could be what it was, more or less. But most satellite companies are well equipped for that cases. As I mentioned before, the in-field engineer had a real problem after sending 20 seconds or 30 seconds of video. Okay, there's a question over here.
There are various commercial IP over satellite solutions. I was just wondering whether this data stream was just in the clear or encrypted somehow.
Well, sorry, what was your exact question about that IP broadcasting?
No, there are commercial internet access through satellite offerings.
Yes.
Are these data streams usually encrypted on the link level, or is it just clear IP?
Well, as pointed out in the lecture yesterday, it's mostly plain MAC security. Receiver cards have MAC addresses and mostly work just listening for their own MAC address. You can run them in promiscuous mode. This can be seen illegal in some countries already. Not sure about Germany, don't know. But there are interesting pieces of software that can be run on that. For example, I imagine it would be real fun to run DriftNet on that, just to watch images flowing down from orbit and things like that. Okay, I think we'll leave some minutes for the next lecture to set their computers. And if there are any questions left, please feel free to visit us upstairs on the second floor, and we are at the CA third stand. We'll also provide some internet address where you can visit. At the moment, there are only the slides from the lecture at the moment, but we'll provide some additional information like bibliography and some links to interesting sites just for your entertainment. Okay, so much for that. Thank you very much for your attention. As said, feel free to visit us, and the URL is here. Well, it is a bit small, I have to admit.